All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Poolman. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Safe. Good morning, Adnan. How are you? Good morning. We're going to start here in a few minutes. We're about to have a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko. That could be important for us at 280. We got about 7 minutes to the cash market open. Yeah, that's going to be an important one. We're going to have to see. I'd like to get in if it's all possible. All right, we'll start here in a few minutes. And we got a captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko in NQ. Pullbacks are buyable against that 33 level. We need to see a bit of a pullback before we jump in. And we'll start in a minute here. All right, guys, we're about 4 minutes away from the cash market open. Let's get this party started, right? Let's take a quick look at some of the indices. Right now, we have captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko in NQ. The market is disconnected between the 200 and the 100, but that signal on the 100 is an important one. I'm surprised that they did not, just push it a little bit harder and faster here. but most likely they'll do a bit of that at the open. Target number three is 293 and a half, and we're inching toward that. Then target number four will be 331. Target number five is 356. That's what the market is lined up on NQ. Now let's take a quick look at the rest of the indices here. We have crude oil. Crude oil needs to protect this level, which is the entry point for this swing trade. They need to break above 99.3, which will trigger a scalp trade into Globex band, which is 99.8. Then 100.34 is the actual Globex, and if we test that fairly well, we should hit target number two, which is 102.6. But that structure needs to come in, and definitely a close above 99.3 is critical here early this morning. The last line of defense for the longs is that 97.8. Then, I mean, if you hit the stop for this rotation, will be 96.63. So that's the levels we have for crude. Russell 2000 has been a very strong instrument yesterday. It's taken a little bit of pullback, which is to be expected this morning. And Globex is 1800.8. You close above it, then target number two and target number three are high probability events at 1804, 1825. Gold, it's a sleepy gold. That's all I got to say. This thing needs to break above 1717 in order for momentum to start picking up. And anything less than that, we're just not interested at all. 1717, or you break the 1700. But that's what gold needs to be doing. Same thing going on with ES from the indices perspective. You need to close above Globex, which is 39.46. This is bullish behavior that we're seeing in NQ right now. But that 39.46 needs to come in, and that will set the stage for a rally at the open. Target number three is hit, and one more thing here. Bitcoin, they held the line around 2300, and they put two captain setups, and the price is holding up. So next target is 24,102, and that would be target number two. Target number three, 24,457. Target number four is 25,519, and then you got two other targets higher. But as long as we continue to hold on to 3,600, that means 23 23,600, then that is bullish for the longs. All right, so the first half an hour or so, we're going to be disciplined, focused. We're going to give the market a little bit of time in order to see what the behavior is, who's winning the narrative, right? Who's getting trapped. Like, I'll tell you one thing, if we break 235, that is a trap for the longs because you're running over that captain setup. If we hold on, even if we actually close this candle at 256, then reverse it, that'll be great. It would be 293 close, and that will lead to um, a captain setup switch trade. And if that happens, I am aggressively long. Right now, uh, I need this cloud to shift positive, and I need a new harmony wave to come in order for me to get long again. We're not there. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Adam. Good morning, Brad. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Safe. How you guys doing? Just doing a check. How is the quotes looking between what you see and what I have in front of me? ES, you really need to break above 39.47 in order for us to really be interested on the long side. Hold on, this is something here. All right, thank you. That's the first trade of the day. I mean, yeah, you got Brad. You got a captain set up long on the 100, and they literally shifted and put a switch trade right here. So I'm going to be a player. I mean, it has bigger potential, but it's early in the morning, and it's one of those things that the market tend to play games. So I'll take the scalp version of this trade, which we made a little bit of money off of. First trade of the day. Here we go, another switch trade, right? Another switch trade. They're trying. So that quick decision we did on just two small contracts is 261, right? That's what we're playing with right now. The goal is to get to Globax, which is 330. So all these rotations that we're seeing right now has that target. Ah, they're putting the captain setup short right here. So we may get a bit of a pullback, but as long as we hold on to 58, we should see a push higher. Yeah, this thing's gonna go. It's gonna go. Here we go. So they're rolling over that captain. Well, they need to close above that 310. Man, I mean, they're gonna do that. That is just silly. Like if they're gonna put this captain setup short against this captain setup long, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I'll just take the long version of any trade here. I'm not gonna counter it right now. It's too early. Here we go. Anyway, I mean we're breaking up a little bit. you go. Target number 2 is about to get hit, 318 and a half. Target hit. Target number 3 in the sequence, 338.75. And we're all the way up to Globex. Adnan, did you jump in? Good morning, Omer. Good morning, GM. How are you? Right. So nice. Two contracts at the open. Yeah, you made some money. I mean, you just that's just a classic trade right there to the long side, and it held very well. We jumped in. We made a little bit of money. Did Omer? Did you jump on that 100 NT captain? Because that one's sweet. I was just a good one. Just one trade. Okay, good deal. I see a lot of people making money. Let's keep it going. So if we break that Globex level at 330, then pullbacks will be viable against that low of 240. And you're looking for expansion above 350. Target number 4 would be 618, which is quite the distance away. So you just kind of be careful that we are extended right now. But the overall pressure that we're experiencing right this moment is on the long side. Yeah, I think so too. That yeah, whenever you get, I mean, look at that. A captain set up short here. That was from 12,090 all the way to 850. 250 points. You could make a lot of damage with options doing that. But that's the key is to get these formations and wait for them. And they are bigger plays with options. I mean, obviously, if you do the future contract and you hold on, that's a big trade too. But Adam, to your question, uh, to the answer to your question, I've done that. I've tested that aspect of it. It's profitable with certain adjustments, and we could talk about that a little bit later. Like basically, because right when the swing trade establishes itself, sometimes you see the prices already have moved. So you really have to kind of get a pullback into the entry in order to get in. And those perform a lot better than just getting in after the market has hit target number one or higher. So that is the modification. So we came so close to closing above Globex, and they're fading it a little bit. I mean, they almost came in to the tick. So we got to be patient here. So we have one trade in. Let's just keep looking for the next one. Here we come at it again. Boom. So we're at Globex right now. It closed, so we should see a move. Target number three is the 338. And they're playing games around Globex, and we know they will be playing games around Globex. So just be careful around here. Yeah, the 200 closed. Oh wow. Comes target number three. See the behavior is they tick everybody and pull it back and then run it up, and they're about to do the same thing right now. I mean, I'll take one up here at 37. Let's see, let's see. So the target for this rotation is like 52. That's about to happen here quick. All right, so they're doing the same behavior. Just they tick it up and pull. They tick it up and pull. So and they're making higher lows. Whenever it comes to trading around Globex, the market is always eh, eh, mo- most of the time it's just very churny. So I'm making a choice to avoid putting on any trades in this spot. They're putting a switch trade, so there's a lot of back and forth. They could have it. Yeah, ES is a little bit weaker than NQ for sure. And what you're seeing here is we're coming into to this Globex zone and fading out. So that's telling me something here. That's telling me that that is weaker, and this should put pressure on NQ. Hey, Oscar, how are you? Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Samir, how are you? Good morning. I mean, really, good morning, Adam. So, really, the only signal that we had early on is that captain set up on the the 100 NT wrinkle, and that gave us plenty of opportunity to kind of just go there and start to getting in and adding on these pullbacks. So that's fairly a well-defined spot right here, which was the entry at 80, 80 to 90. And having the 200 and the 100 in your favor, it kind of prevents you from the habit that we all have as traders. If you've been doing this for any length of time, the probability that you like to fade, because most of the time the market is a fading market where it's in a range bound and the highs and the lows are getting either bought or sold. But whenever the market does this, trying to fade this will literally just crush you. You got whipped up on that entry. I mean, it wasn't much of any motion there. Like literally on that 92 entry, for example, I didn't take any heat. It's a switch trade after that captain setup showed up, and they got to target number one fairly quickly. Here you go. So they're dancing. They're doing the chicken dance. They're doing the chicken dance around Globex. Let them play that game. Yeah, yeah. I saw that one, Adnan. It's not. It didn't get there. It was trying to get there for a captain setup on the 50 short, but it just never got there. So if you're asking yourself a question right now, who is getting trapped or trapped already, and what are we going to do about it? So we had that captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko, and the price action uh, ran up. So people who tried to short the open got rolled over into a run up to Globex. The 200 and the 100 are in sync. So what we have to see a continuation trade that takes us to 60, 60, basically 60. We got close, and we're getting faded right now. If we break below 307, then the market is out of sync between the 200 and the 100. And then that will present a scenario where we have to be patient for the market to get back up to the highs in order for us to be interested in getting long again. Ultimately, all the longs need to protect 254. 254. We break that level, then expect a massive selling pressure to come in into 200 and 130. So where we at right now is very critical, and it's worth us waiting for the market to line up. So right now, here we go. So we closed that 7, and the market is out of sync. Two things need to happen. Either we break back up to 344, and that will get us a captain setup switch trade long, and then the next target is going to be 70, 60, and 80 is the next target. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two, uh, break down all the way down to 54, and that will line us up on the short side in a massive way. Now, there's going to be opportunities, on the 20 NT Rinko in this range. For example, this opportunity right here, when the market shifted the cloud and shifted the harmony wave, started in and around that 327, and started to hit targets. We could take those on a scalping basis in a slow and quiet environment. That's available. I, I wanna align myself. However, I wanna align myself with the biggest possible move. How we doing, GM? That short that you're talking about is working, right? Now we're coming in to the low end of this Globex band, and we're down here. And there's an aggressive trade that I could take if we flushed a little bit under that. Yeah, look at that here. I could take a scalp long. It's an aggressive play, but I gotta get like a yeah, we definitely need to see strength here before we do this. And I know it's a little bit on the aggressive side, but yeah, that's fine. I'll take a small scalp here, and I knew it's going to be a scalp, but nonetheless, and it came in quick, and it may even hit higher levels to the whole number, 300 and to the 310. There you go. That's 300. Let's see if we can get to 310. Here it comes. Yeah, Adam, I have ninja skills, my friend. I have ninja skills. What you're seeing here is whenever they get literally for the first time outside that Globex band, for the first time, you will get a reaction, a counter reaction. And that's what we saw there. I mean, I could obviously handle it a little bit better and made more money, but money is money, right? Ooh, let's see here. Here we go again. See how they're behaving around that level. So two decisions so far. We're up 343. I mean, we need to ramp it up a little bit more with more size, but we just gotta wait for the market to really kind of line up right here for us. But those are the two decisions, long and a long, so far. All right. So ultimately, what we're seeing right now is the market is out of sync. So scenario number one right now is a break above 320, and that would lead us for a continuation to the upside. If we break below 55, 54, then the market is going to be in sync on the short side. Then we'll start looking for short signals in a meaningful way. And we're trying to position ourselves for the big move. What could be a big move here? If you get that close at that 55, 54, you're ultimately what you're doing is you're getting a switch trade short, and that will lead to a push that could grind us to 220 or 12 200, and then to the middle of the range, which is 12 130. So for the market to hold here is really significant, and a lot of people are trying to short these levels because from the extension point of view it makes sense, but you got to look a little bit deeper and know at what point really truly the market is short, and that would be the 55. And they're trying here. I mean, you could tell they're trying a little bit, but that doesn't mean they're going to succeed. So we took that first reaction, and now I have to be patient. And I have to be patient for the market to get in sync. Oh, thank you, Omer. I saw the captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko. Yeah, and they need to hold that low. Yeah, they're about to fail it. Yeah, here you go. That's very bearish. Yeah, that's not a good thing for the longs right here. So we're starting to break glowbacks. Target number three in this sequence is hit. The longs need to hold 55, 54. See, that's the here we go. So that's the behavior here. I don't know if you guys heard me. I was talking earlier, but I think I may had the mic turned off. But that's the behavior that you saw here, where the market expand just outside the Globex session, the Globex band, and the first reaction is typically you get a nice counter and another counter, another counter. So, and that's the power of the 200 NT Rinko. It keeps you just focused, at least in the direction of the 200. It may reverse itself. It got very close or closer at 255, but ultimately you really need the 200 and the 100 to be in the same direction in order for you to act on a trend basis. So what's next here? Pullbacks are buyable, but you gotta protect the higher low, which is that 70 area, right? And you got a couple of spots that needs to be protected, 307 and 296. Now this has a potential of hitting target number 3 at 352. Yeah. Even in a bear market, you will have an exceptional Adam, to your point, even in bear markets, you will have exceptionally strong bull days in it. Yeah, Randolph. I mean, that's literally exactly what they just did. Yeah, that behavior is common. All right, let's just keep reading this market. Let's keep playing the game. here we go again. We're playing the chicken dance in and around Globex again. Nine 16. So the market is kind of defining a few things for us. One of them is a couple of levels. One is the 306. The second one is that 270. For the longs, in order to continue uh, behaving in a meaningful way, they have to protect those two levels. If we see ourselves breaking again those levels again, the odds of a 55 closed become that much higher, and a breakdown there will set the stage for a sell-off. But if you find yourself hitting target number 3 at 52 and consolidating in that range, then forget it. They're going to blow the top off and run to the extreme side of that move into the 373 and then higher. So is there for me to do right now? It's simply I have to line myself up with where the 200 and the 100 are at right now, which is the long side. And we've been lining ourselves up with that all day long so far. If you ever want to know when consolidation is about to happen in the market, is always, I mean, almost like 100% right after a major move. And that's what we got today. We had a major move from yesterday into Globex. Globex did not move much of anything, and you're getting this sideway consolidation. And you have to treat that market differently than a trending market. I'll tell you one thing, Russell 2000 has been a lot stronger than any of the indices, ES and NASDAQ included. Gold is going nowhere. A pullback in Bitcoin to the 771, and that needs to hold. So let's be patient here and wait for the next entry. So we had two trades, two profitable trades. We're looking for a nice big one and be done with it. Here you go. So the next stop is that, or next run up is into 60, and then a push higher. Here comes target number 3 that hit. You're looking for target number 4, which is a bit out there, but it's 414. If all holds up here, that's what we're looking for right now. So target, so the top end of that Globex band is going to be 380. If we get up there, you would expect a bit of a pause. Here comes the move. You're going to see an expansion here. All right, so the 200 Intirinko closed. Let's see how far they want to take it to that 80 or not. But that's the next logical area for us to look for. Brad, how did we do on that captain setup long that you jumped in on? Hey Ken, how are you? Good morning. Here you go. Boom. Clockwork. Right. So you see that move right here? The first reversal that I'm going to get on the 20 Intirinko, I'm just going to go short one contract. So I'm doing exactly what I did on the long side right here. Alrighty. Okay, so that's it for that trade. We're down 34.87. And what I was doing, which I was, uh, I mean, hindsight 2020, is to look for a close at 382, which never happened, on a fade, exactly like this one right here, and look for the market to come back into Globex. And what they did is they extended it past target number 4, and my stop is target number 5. Between target number 4 and 5, you see a lot of counter trends, and we had a minor one right here. I added here, I covered, and then I had my stop, and my stop got hit. It was an aggressive trade, and it just didn't work. I mean, everything was lined up on the long side, so I knew I was taking that extra risk. I can't say that that was a smart decision, but we'll work through it. Target number 6 out of the sequence is 12517.5. Not really a bad stop. Well, typically you see all fades happen between target number 4 and 5. So the idea here is to see that kind of consolidation. And it gave me actually a flat here, which I took 10 contracts off of. And I was like, all right, well, hopefully this one right here will hold. Then we'll break the 13 into the 400, and then we'll start migrating back to Globex. But the market is too strong. And I'm not going to sit past target number 5. If the market is doing this, then potentially we could go to target number 6, which is 517. And by the way, that's not a system trade either. All right, let's see where we at. Let's see where we at in life. Here we go. All right, let's see where we at. Analysis. So for the week, we are we're up 4 grand on one day, made 415 yesterday. Today, so far we're down 34.87. So cumulative for the week, we're up 1182. All right, we got to do better. All right, so the market is in sync on the long side. I mean, it's extended. I'm not going to get short anymore. I'm going to leave this market alone. And if we can get a pullback, then a reversal back into a long trade, then I'll take it. But otherwise, I'm going to watch this market a little bit and digest what happened here, and then take on the next trade. They're putting a captain setup long right here. Past target number 5. Target number 6, again, it's 517. So the point of reference here is 64. You break 64, that tells me that the market is ready for a rotation to 50, between 50 and 30, if you break that 64. So, so we're retesting target number 5 right here. We break target number 5, then we're going to go between that 50 and 30 range. Fifty, 50. So 450 to 430, not 12,500. 500. So that's what I'm talking about here. So you see that 64, we broke it, basically meaning we broke that captain setup that ran up here. And now we're getting a bit of a rotation downward, and 444. There you go. What I'm expecting is a bit of consolidation and an attempt at Globex range. But the market has to do a couple of things. One of them is to close at 442, and that'll get the market out of sync. Then we can start looking for a potential reversal into the 403, and that will lead us to a one candle reversal on the 200, and then the market, from the environment perspective, it can be lined up on the short side. Like right now, we're getting a wave short into target number one. So there's a little bit of selling going on up here. Free day, yeah, it's stuck a little bit here, but we'll see. I'm going to give the market a little bit of time. I'd like to see the push toward that O3 before I make any more trades in this environment.